Back to the blend. You know, the damage drug abuse can have on the body should never be underestimated. Overdosing is a serious problem that affects many families. In fact, tomorrow is International Overdose Awareness Day to bring more light to the issue.
Here with more about local health is David Marlin, CEO of Solutions Recovery. Also here is Vanessa Ackerman, a Solutions Recovery alumni. Welcome to you guys both.
Thanks so much.
Dave, tell us about overdosing. Many people think that it's something that happens when you've been addicted to an illegal drug for a long time. Is that necessarily the case?
It's not the case. Most of the overdoses we're hearing about now are on legal prescription drugs. It's a big problem, and I hear about it way too often.
Yeah, it seems as though prescription drug abuse over the past years have gotten a lot more serious. The access to it's gotten a lot more easy. What are some of the signs that or symptoms we should be on the lookout for when it comes to a drug overdose?
Well, a drug overdose, potentially your heart stopping, potentially you stop breathing.
Yeah.
There's also getting sick, vomiting, gastrointestinal problems, as well as psychological. You could be panicked or have fear. There's a variety of symptoms, and often it comes from mixing drugs.
Yeah.
So they talk about how when you take one drug and then the other drug, it's not an addition, but it's actually a multiplicative effect.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we hear that quite often. Yes.
Yeah, you're not sure how one will act with the other. Vanessa, let's talk about your experience and share your story.
Okay, I was an IV drug user. I was addicted to opiates. I guess you could say I started off, I would smoke it, and then eventually that led to using a needle. I do have experience with overdosing. I've overdosed twice.
Wow.
My first overdose, I was out for about 3.5 minutes. They had to resuscitate me, and it's considered a brain injury, so I have epilepsy.
Wow.
So I have to take seizure medication every single day because of it. And then fast forward like 7 months later in life, I then had my second overdose. And that was when I really realized that I needed to seek help. I was hanging out with a few of my friends, and when I overdosed, they got really scared, and they wouldn't. Nobody called 911.
Were they scared to call for help?
They were afraid that they were going to get in trouble, and so luckily there was this girl with me. Her name was Brandy, and when I woke up, I guess I woke up about an hour and a half later, and I just remember like the look on her face, and she was like, "We have to get out of here," and we leave, and we get in my car, and she starts just crying, and she's telling me that they wouldn't let her call 911. She tried to go out the front door. They wouldn't let her leave. And yeah, it was just a really scary experience. And she said that they were talking about like putting my body in a dumpster.
Oh,
I mean, it was bad.
These were not your friends?
These were not my friends,
okay,
no. So needless to say, after that, I just really had a reality check.
That was your scared straight moment.
That was my scared straight moment, definitely.
You are so brave, Vanessa, for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Because I think we got to just cast aside this stigma that we can't talk about it or that it's such a bad thing. Am I right?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you got help and the facility that you run, Dave.
Well, we have a phone number we answer 24 hours a day. You know, one of the things about us is that we have a passion for helping people. So when people call, we're not going to be mad at them. We're not going to get them in trouble. What we do is we help people. The problem with drugs and alcohol is that they tell our minds that it's okay. Or they probably told each other they were friends, even though they'd obviously gotten into a grave situation.
Yeah.
If someone's struggling, we just hope they call us.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and the information's right there on the screen. I mean, I think it's important to note that your story is not an independent one. It's not a one-off. There's a lot of stories like this that happen on a daily and weekly basis, and it seems to be something that's actually snowballing to a bigger effect as opposed to shrinking, unfortunately.
It is increasing, and just like Vanessa volunteered to come today, I know too many parents who, when I see them, all I want to do is cry.
Yeah. And we're taking a look at pictures of the facility right now. Not only is it a beautiful facility, you also have a gym. I think the goal is to just try to focus people on something other than maybe what they've been acclimated to.
Mind, body, spirit. We not only help people get off drugs and alcohol, but we have them live the life they're supposed to live, often better than they imagined while they were using.
Well, and we just saw pictures of horses there and animals. It's like you help people get back in touch with what is good about life, right? Because drugs and alcohol can definitely divert us from those things.
No question.
Yes.
David, great having you.
Thank you,
Vanessa,
guys.
thank you so much.
Oh.
Incredible of you to share your story. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Thank you.
Solutions Recovery, it's available 24/7 to answer your questions. If you want to find out more about them, just call the number or head to the website on your screen. They're also on Facebook and Twitter. Stay with us. We'll be back.